From the East Coast to the West Coast, we are everywhere true crime is. We are asking for the public's help. We are searching in the woods. We are doing what it takes here on the Bullhorn Betty channels to find answers to the most alarming cases we have been watching on the news. I can tell you personally that I have traveled this entire country seeking these answers and bringing that content right here to you here on the Bullhorn Betty channels and Bullhorn Betty Crime Stories. We are happy with the work that we've done. We brought many answers to the public, and we have defied mainstream media in our pursuit of the truth in these cases. We will continue to work. We will continue to fight for these victims, and we will continue to tell their stories here on my channels. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty brand of channels and the Coffee Club. Thank you for your love, thank you for your support, and more importantly, thank you for allowing me to bring these victims' stories to each and every one of you, advocating for each of these victims. God bless you, God bless America, and more importantly, God bless our victims.
Girl accused of killing her mother and trying to kill her stepfather appeared back in Rankin County Circuit Court.
I don't know if you guys remember this case. It happened several months ago, or maybe last year or something like that. Ashley Smiley, she was a teacher, and her daughter unalived her with a gun. Well, her daughter is looking for the public to be out of the trial. They don't want it to be broadcasted or anything, even though this case has gotten national attention. Check this out.
Carly Gregg appeared in front of Judge Dewey Arthur, this time in an attempt to close court proceedings to news media.
Even arguing that public access should be denied for a case that they contend has already gotten too much attention.
The defense argues that continued media coverage of the case will have a potential impact on the jurors.
Carly Gregg walked into court showing no visible reaction to the debate over a trial that will decide her fate. Prosecutors argue with her attorneys, who wanted the judge to bar courtroom cameras for her upcoming trial, citing court TV coverage and the large amount of national attention surrounding the case.
And Judge Arthur ruled the proceedings will remain open. Gregg faces capital murder and attempted murder charges. She is pleading not guilty.
This court is being asked to exclude the public. First, this court would note this is the public's courtroom. People of Rankin County on this courtroom, not this judge, nobody else. This court's not going to exclude the public.
Is that they're not being tried in a courtroom, they're being tried and decided online.
As you see, the judge did not go for it. He's going to allow the public in. I love what he said about how this is the public's courtroom, and that is very true. So I just wanted to brief you on what this case is all about. A teenager accused of fatally shooting her mother before attempting to kill her stepfather allegedly invited a friend over to view her mother's corpse, authorities say. Carly Madison Gregg, 14, was arrested in March in connection with the shooting death of her mother and the non-fatal shooting of her stepfather in their Brandon, Mississippi home, authorities said at the time. The suspect was arrested on charges of murder and attempted murder per police, the outlets reported at the time. She has pleaded not guilty to the charges and is being tried as an adult per WLBT. The preliminary hearing recorded and released by blog Jackson Jambalaya on Tuesday, investigators spoke about the suspect's seemingly nonchalant behavior after allegedly shooting her mother as captured in the home security camera. The footage from the camera show minutes leading up to the killing. The suspect and her mother returned home, and after a short time, the suspect is going into her mother's bedroom, Rankin County investigator Zach Cotton said at the hearing. Then you hear a gunshot, a scream, followed by two more gunshots, Cotton said. One video showed the suspect returning to the kitchen where she is seen texting from a phone. Cotton said, adding their later investigation found the teen was allegedly messaging her stepfather asking when he would be home. In between the time she allegedly shot her mother and her stepfather, the suspect is seen allegedly singing to her dog, Cotton said. At one point, the suspect asked a friend to come over, saying it was an emergency, per Cotton. After the friend was driven over to the residence by her father, the suspect asked the friend if she's ever seen a dead body before, the investigator alleged at the hearing. When the friend said no, the suspect proceeded to show her deceased mother. Cotton claimed, further alleging that the suspect also showed a friend the murder weapon and told her she had fired 3 shots at her mother and stepfather. The stepfather told investigators that the suspect was armed with a pistol and shot him in the shoulder upon his return home, police said, according to Clarion Ledge. The man claimed he was able to fight the gun away from her before she fled the scene across their backyard, the outlet reported, citing police. She was captured a short time later near a house, per WLBT. Smiley was identified as a math teacher at Northwest Rackham High School, where the suspect attended school. In an obituary, Smiley was honored as a gift in mathematics, technology, and the arts.
This court's not going to exclude the public.
The judge also taking the defense attorneys to task for a trial that is fast approaching and expected to hinge in part on Carly Gregg's mental state. The judge pressing Gregg's attorneys for not already having conducted a mental evaluation of Carly.
Anytime you get into complex mental issues and stuff, it just takes time, and you can't rush the process. That's the catch.
But her attorneys say her mental state at the time of the shooting and now is in question. She is being kept in solitary confinement in an adult wing of the jail with limited access to anyone else except her attorneys.
But I feel like there's a bigger discussion here, because it seems to me every single year our children get more morbid and more messed up and more okay with unaliving of anyone, even their parents. It seems like a very toxic environment for our young children this day and age, and it makes you wonder, where is all of this hate coming from? We have a loving, doting mom that's a math teacher at the school her daughter goes to, and she obviously has a loving stepfather that cared about her mother a great deal. It looks like they lived in a very good, safe home, and you just keep wondering, how did this happen? Where is all this mental illness coming from in our country? And how do we end it? That needs to be the bigger discussion, not gun violence. What's truly going on with our children? Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Bullhorn Betty channels here on YouTube as well as TikTok. God bless.